Hey guys, how's it going? It's Calvin Raab, and I hope you're having an amazing day today. So one big fear that a lot of people have is they're worried that their job is going to be taken by robots or automation, or they're worried about what their job's going to look like in the future. Am I going to be needed? Are there going to be job opportunities for my job? So in this video, I wanted to go over 10 different jobs that are not going to be lost to automation or by robots, at least anytime in the near future. I have no idea what's going to happen in the distant future, but as far as the way that automation and robots are looking, these jobs are going to be safe with kind of that first wave of jobs that will survive through automation. So these are in no particular order, but let's get into it and let's start talking about 10 different jobs that are going to stay while robots start to take over a whole bunch of other jobs. And if you're new here, my name is Calvin Raab. I make videos all about personal finance and the job market, so if you're interested in anything like that, I would love it if you would subscribe. Coming at number one is counseling. And there's a bunch of different jobs that incorporate different types of counseling. So there are things like therapists, and there's also psychologists, and many different jobs within even academia, and of course in the workplace and different things like that. So this is something that isn't going to be taken by a robot anytime soon because it involves those kind of complex relationships that humans can have that robots haven't been able to develop with humans. To talk out a problem, to be able to kind of think creatively about different things and create an emotional connection with someone. That is something that is needed in counseling that robots can't do. So this is a job that is going to be safe for a very long time. Coming at number two are leaders, and this of course also takes shape in different jobs. So this could be anything managerial related or CEO or anyone that is head of a team, because being a leader makes you have to make tough decisions and deal with different personalities, and robots are oftentimes very logical. They can't think out of the box, and in order to be a good leader, you have to be able to think out of the box and make decisions that aren't obvious or something like that. So, and it also involves that relationship aspect. That's something that you're going to see a lot in these, is it involves a relationship that is necessary between two people. It isn't purely like data or something like that. So you need to have a relationship in order for these businesses to do well, and of course these jobs to thrive in as well. Coming at number three is the business of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence and machine learning and all these other topics are of course what is going to be taking the jobs, but there will be jobs that are building these machines. It kind of comes back to that paradigm of, if machines are taking all the jobs, what jobs do you want? Well, the people that are building and controlling the machines. So these are oftentimes very complex jobs that you do have to know a lot about. You can just get started here by knowing a lot about programming, knowing a lot about, building artificial intelligence and different things like that, creating automation, and a lot of different opportunities here, a lot of great online courses. I'm in the process of learning Python programming at a deeper level, and I'm taking a lot of pretty cool courses that I found on Udemy. They're not sponsoring this, of course, but that would be kind of cool. But you will need a lot of understanding there and just finding jobs that are kind of controlling the robots, if that's the best way to say that. Coming at number four is politics. Now, politics, as we all know, does require those human interactions and debate, and the reason that politics exist is because there are no easy answers. They deal with very complex situations that don't exactly even have a right answer, and they have to debate and compromise, and it is also a leadership position that does fall under there. So it just has to be that politics is something that's not going to be taken by robots anytime soon, and this is something that, if you gravitate towards that, then that may be something that you want to look into. Coming at number five, and this is probably something that you kind of expected, and that is creative jobs, meaning jobs that require you to have a lot of creativity. So maybe this is something like an artist or a speechwriter or a graphic designer or a hairdresser or a stylist, or something that requires some type of creativity. And that's because within your creativity, you are creating things that haven't existed before. You can't program a robot to decide decide what the best hairstyle is for me, because it takes someone who thinks out of the box, that can see other things. And a robot can think logically, but it's not going to think out of the box and try maybe new things and different things like that. So creative jobs are something that you may want to at least incorporate somewhat. You know, you don't have to go out and become an artist or something like that, but try to find jobs within your field of interest that require creativity. You know, this is something that a lot of companies look for. They are looking for creative people when it comes to people they want to hire, and that's because, you know, that's something that you can't get out of a robot or an automated system or something like that. Coming at number 6 are instructors or coaches. So this could be something like a teacher or a professor or a sports coach or someone like that. And the reason these won't be taken is because it involves those complex relationships. When I'm struggling with something in my academic studies, I am an economics student and I study economics, you know, I may have trouble somewhere. I have to go to the professor and they have to think of different ways to explain it to me. They can think out of the box, and it creates this relationship, again, a complex relationship between student and professor. And really, in order for a team to be good, the coach is the leader who is in charge of facilitating great chemistry amongst the team and different things like that. So we are not going to see robot coaches or anything like that anytime soon, because relationships in any teaching scenario is so important, and it goes a long way with whether it be the athlete or the student or just kind of the person learning. That relationship is so important for them to learn things and get better at what they're doing. Coming at number 7 is a caretaker, and this one can be understood because you again need that complex relationship. You know, you're starting to see that theme of, you know, jobs that aren't going to be taken by robots are ones that have that relationship aspect involved. So this is going to be someone like a home health aide, and home health aide is actually an interesting job. I've talked about it before in jobs that are most in demand. So this is something that won't be taken by robots and it's in demand, which is two very good things for any future job aspirations. So you may want to look into something like that, but any caretaker requires that relationship development between the caretaker and the kind of client being taken care of. That won't be something that's taken by robots anytime soon. Coming in at number 8 are entertainers, and these encompass a whole bunch of different jobs, whether it be an actor, a singer, an athlete even, maybe a YouTuber, and we're not quite at the point where we actively look at robots as entertainment or anything. We still see them as machines. You know, when you turn on I'm sure there are some kind of smaller cases where there are robots as entertainment, but for the most part, when you turn on entertainment, it is a human actor, a human athlete, or something like that. And I think that's just because as humans, we gravitate to kind of ourselves and be entertained by ourselves, and we see ourselves in famous people, in athletes, in actors, and different things like that. So this is something that isn't going to be taken by robots or automation anytime soon, because it involves that relationship between the viewer and the person in front of the camera, or whatever kind of maybe on stage or something like that. So that's something that won't be taken anytime soon. I don't even really see robots or anything entering the acting entertainment scene yet. So that may be something that you want to look into if you are passionate about that. Coming at number 9 are healthcare workers, and this, of course, is a large job. This encompasses doctors, surgeons, nurses, physician's assistants, and so much more. And yes, you can argue that machines and artificial intelligence may take some jobs in here, but for the most part, what I see when it comes to the healthcare industry, it streamlines and makes the jobs easier for a lot of healthcare workers rather than taking the job altogether. So surgeons will have technology always improving around them, but it will not so much take their job as much as it will allow them to do their job better, more efficiently, and easier. So if you usually go into the kind of healthcare field, it's usually something you can be pretty confident that that job's going to be there in 20 years or so. And nursing is another one that's kind of in the healthcare field, and it's because of the complex relationship. Nursing involves a complex relationship, and you need to have empathy as a doctor. You need to be able to talk to someone and, you know, empathize with them. Of course, if it's something sad related, you want to be sad with them. This is something that robots can't quite do, and this is what makes humans so special, is that empathetic side that we have, the ability to see ourselves in others. Number 10 is law enforcement, and this is one because of that complex relationship again. There are so many complex relationships that are necessary within law enforcement, and on top of that, it's not so much that complex relationship as it is every day is different. The way that robots and automation work is it works on things that are always the same. So you repeat the same process every time because you can train a computer to do that. However, if every situation is different, then it may be a fairly routine stop or something like that, but every individual is going to be a little bit different, and it takes that empathetic side, that quick thinking that exists in law enforcement, different things like that. So law enforcement is another field that is not going to be taken by robots or automation anytime soon. All right, so that will wrap it up. Those are 10 different jobs that I see that will not be taken by robots or automation anytime soon. Now, of course, those are only 10, and I know there are so many more. So I would love it if you would hop in the comments below and let me know other jobs that you may be thinking of that will not be lost to automation anytime soon. Or maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you see a certain technology emerging that will take one of the jobs that I talked about in this video. So this is a very important topic. You know, automation and robots are really changing the world around us, and the future is going to look a lot different than it does today. So I look forward to talking to you guys down there and just seeing what your thoughts are on this topic altogether. But that will wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your day. If you found this video helpful, I would love it if you would give it a like. Now, I do make a lot of videos about jobs and different things like that, and if you're interested in that, I would love it if you would subscribe. But that will be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, my name is Raab, and I'll see you soon. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. So I'm going to move to the corner of your screen here. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you are going to see my most recent video. And if you look in the lower left-hand corner, you're going to see a video that YouTube and I each think that you would like. And if you haven't yet, you can hit my face right here and subscribe. As always, my name is Raab, and I'll see you soon.